poll, but have you been out west enough? I can't remember what that was. Yeah, because you had that experience. What do you think it's like for your teammates when they're going to make the trip out west? Is that going to be a new experience for many of them, you think? Or?
A lot of guys, it's going to be their first time going out west, especially to California, because a lot of guys, their first time out west was to Oregon. But I've been out to Cali a lot, so I'll be able to help the guys out a little bit out there.
Semi-tour guys?
I can help out there, yeah. Definitely grew up going out there.
And lastly, how do you balance the excitement, that has to come with this big trip, but just still being able to stay locked in and doing all the things you need to do?
Obviously, it's a business trip, but you also got to be able to enjoy it. How many times are we going to be able to get out to California as a team? You got to enjoy a little bit of it, but also understand you're going out there for a business trip to go do your job.
You can't get away from these guys. You got to spend the entire time with them too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How far is your family?
It's about a 6-hour drive from where I'm at.
You got a lot coming?
Yeah, I got a good amount of people coming out, which is going to be awesome. It's like my little home game out there.
That's kind of nice. But for you, going in kind of on a surge, what is it like? Just coming out of the last couple of weeks, make some of those catches that we've had, kind of be the dynamic part of the offense.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome to be able to be a part of this offense in a big way, doing my job in the run game and then getting my opportunities in the pass. It's been nice to be out there and help the guys out.
Did you just catch touchdowns down?
Huh?
I said, you just catch touchdowns down?
If they come my way, I'll try and catch them.
As far as I know conference expansion, people have always talked about how the effect on recruiting, you can recruit more national players, they're going to play a game against the hometown team. But do you feel like that's something players think about in the recruiting process? Like, I'm going to be able to schedule such and such day, we're coming back to wherever they're from. Like, it could be Arizona, it could be California. Is that something people are thinking about?
It may be in the back of their mind. I don't think it's a huge important thing for them. If they really wanted to play home, I guess they could always stay home in their recruiting process. But I think a lot of guys are just going where their best opportunities are now.
For you on that touchdown route, can you kind of walk us through it a little bit in terms of you and Jack line up on the same side? Is that kind of how this offense wants to operate with the two tight ends that have one guy pull guys away? Does it seem like when he went in, everything opened up for you on that route?
We were attacking their coverage. They're normally a cover 4 team down there, so our routes are I have a little corner and up to attack the corner, and then he's got a post, so the safety can either stay with me or stay with him, and he stayed with Jack, and I was just left open. So we were just attacking their defense that they were giving us.
Does that come somewhat from what Jack was doing before that?
I think it was definitely in the back of their mind. He had a dominant game out there. He had 5 or 6 catches out there. He was doing his thing. It was nice to see.
If Nick can't play, obviously he's a big part of your offense, but is that something where you guys as a tight end group think, all right, this is an opportunity for us to maybe do a little bit more in the pass game?
I think we can in ways, but I think we also got a lot of guys who've played a lot of snaps in college. We got a lot of guys who transferred in who know how to play college football, and I think they'll be able to step up and help in certain ways too.
Ronnie Bullard, I know we hadn't seen a whole lot of early in the season, but he gets that touchdown, breaks tackle. Does he break contact a lot in practice like that, or is that?
Yeah, he's an explosive player. I love seeing Rod up there making some plays like that. I think he's a nice add to our offense, and I think he's going to be used well this weekend.
As you kind of learned and grown with Aiden as the quarterback, what have you seen in his development from the start of this year? Not from camp, not from offseason, just from game 1 to game 2.
I think his pocket presence has been amazing this year. Being able to go through his reads, understanding defenses better, it's just been a huge step in his game that he's made this year, and it's been awesome to see.
How does that help the receiver?
You build trust with that. He's going to progress through his reads. He's going to try and stay in the pocket as much as he can, but then he's an explosive runner, and he's able to extend plays, and you just got to work your scramble drills. He's going to make plays out there and make people miss.
It'll allow you guys to keep on schedule with your routes rather than having to break it off.
Yeah, we can stay on our routes longer, but then once we see him break contain, we're going to try and work towards wherever he's going.
Do you have a sense of what playing in front of a bunch of friends and family is going to mean to him? Because I know his mom was saying they got a bunch of tickets, and we're going to talk to him later. I'm sure he's hyped about it. But do you get that sense that he's kind of more excited for this one?
I think he might be, but I think he understands it's a game at the end of the day. You still got to go and do your job. Whether you got 100,000 people there or 0 people out there supporting you, you got to go out there and do your job. He's going to be a good business mindset out there.
Is that something that you guys have talked about this year? I know you mentioned business trip earlier. Is that something that's been kind of hammered home this week? That this is a business trip.
It's been mentioned a couple of times. Obviously, we're going to go out there, try and have some fun out there, enjoy California. But at the end of the day, you still got to do your job, and I think that's a big part of this weekend.
Did you do anything in the recruiting process with USC?
No.
What about UCLA? Are you any of those schools out there?
Only SDSU. I think that was the only California school I talked to.
What are those programs out there? Because obviously they're new to the Big Ten, but you're from the region out there where
Yeah.
the Arizona schools have had a long history with them.
Yeah, I grew up, I was always watching the Pac-12s up there, Cal, USC, UCLA, Stanford, all of them. I've always loved watching them play, and they always play with that West Coast offense, explosive offenses, good at defense. It's always been like fun to watch, and it's gonna be nice to go out there and play in the Coliseum for sure.
When you had to do this come here, but when you go out there and play, you did it last year at Oregon, but what's the difference from the time difference and all the things, particularly with the late game?
Yeah, it's definitely a factor we have to account for. We're trying to account for it with our sleep now, trying to transition when we get there better on waking up different times, going to bed a little bit later just to account for it. But it's kind of hard to adjust when you only get a day to acclimate. So it's kind of, you just kind of go whenever the sun's up, sun's down, trying to acclimate to that. And then you just, you got to go play when you got to go play. Whether it's a 12 o'clock game, 8 o'clock game, you got to go out there and just play.
Do you take naps during the day this week to kind of?
I try not to.
Yeah.
I got school all throughout the day, and we come back for meetings. I don't really got time for naps right now.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good seeing you guys.
Thank you.